nemesis. Big bro, is this the Crimson Wolf's hideout? Either quit that chattering with your teeth or that shivering. You look like a chicken. Who are you calling a chicken? Walter, I don't mean to jump on you or anything, but teasing girls isn't exactly the manliest thing in the world, you know? You know what, big bro, you don't think I can stick up for myself? I didn't say that either. Haven't I lied to you? That's no understatement. What's the matter with the two of you? The wind is just so cold up here, You're so warm, big bro. Toast you in my hands while you're at it, will you? Get those giant ice cubes off me. Do I look like a pair of gloves to you? Not you too, Aina. It is cold. Not getting out of this, am I? Fine, but let's hurry and try to find the entrance to this mountain. At least it should be warmer inside. So we have to finish this scene first. That's strange. What is? I don't see a way in anywhere. Quick, get Frog with the mass immune. They're going to freeze out here. The only reason you see nothing is because you fail to use your brain. This appears as if it's a job for my superior intellect. You're not finding anything either, are you? What do we do now, big bro? Well, we find some dreamstone, a broken sword. Seeing as how the weather seems to have worsened, we should probably leave things where they're at today and try again later. In that case, why don't we stop back at that village we passed on our way here? Being as near the ridge as it is, we might be able to learn something valuable from the residents. I agree, it's probably for the best at this point. Let's follow the mountain trail back down to the base of the ridge and head east from there. If y'all wouldn't mind getting off me so I can walk myself, I'd seriously appreciate it. Warmed up enough now. Thank you. I feel much warmer myself. You're welcome. Stop dawdling and let us head to this village at once. Let's. So, quest. Do we find the hero medal first, the dreamstone, the hilt, or what? And I probably will be making a few Chrono Trigger references every now and then. So we have to head all the way back, and we'll be coming back here, and then we have to leave one more time. So yeah, it's probably going to pad in an extra 5 minutes to the game if you factor in the random encounters. But anyway, we found the place, we went through the tunnels, and now we have to go through all the events and get our final party member. So here we are in the village. We finally made it. Now to see about... I didn't see what that was. We gather information first. On an empty stomach? You can't be saying that. You tell him, Aina. You're hungry too, right? Are you? Well, I'm sorry to say this, but you'll have to wait until we're finished with what we need to do first. As you can see, if Aina can wait to eat, so can you, Aura. Why do you have to be like that? You know as well as anyone else that Aina will agree with anything you say. To be honest, I'm a little hungry myself. And of course she'd side with them. But food always tastes better after a hard day's work, so let's put in a little more effort, shall we? Now she backpedals. Let's ask those here in the village what they know of these Crimson Wolves. I pray they'll be able to tell us something. So right there, you have to talk to everyone here. Luckily it's a small enough village where it's not really a problem. But each of them have something to say. Your characters will give a generic response of sorts. And once you talk to all of them, the scene will advance. So anyway, I did not put up a video yesterday because, well, to be blunt, I was trying to record a series of videos for the channel that will be coming out in the next few, probably 2 weeks. So I hopefully will have an additional update to go with Citizens of Earth. And if you remember what I said in an earlier video, that will be starting on probably Wednesday for you guys. It comes out Tuesday, and then I can start recording it once it does. Then this might be going to the weekend, but I also want to pick up Resident Evil, so we'll see how everything falls into place. Not to mention there's a game of interest coming out later this month, too. Got to say, these Crimson Wolves are a way different bunch than I expected them to be. Really why I've never heard any bad rumors about them since joining the guild. Or it could be the villagers here all conspiring in order to protect them. I like the way Walter thinks. I've never met anyone so pessimistic and distrustful of others as you are. Hate to admit it, but it would be unwise to rule out the possibility just yet. Not you too, Korone. I know it may sound like I'm playing devil's advocate, but given they do profit from the Crimson Wolves, it is quite possible they are hiding something. Kinda like the Butch Cassidy situation. Why are people so negative these days? For what it's worth, I like to be optimistic that what the villagers are saying is true. Like you said before, right, Korone? If we only look at things one way, we may not be able to see the whole picture. I gave you permission to borrow Korone's words. I did say that, didn't I? I'm glad you remembered. What? Besides, like you say, I'd like to be optimistic that what the villagers are saying is true, too. When we spoke with them, their expressions didn't indicate they were being untruthful, either. Well, it's good to know everyone doesn't think like Walter here. Anyway, it does seem like we got a better idea of who these Crimson Wolves are now. Plus, from the sound of things, it doesn't seem like they've been involved in the incident in Katorah. We'd still need to find out for sure, though. Even so, do you think the villagers would be willing to tell us anything? Tell us how to contact them? Someone's coming. What do you say we ask her? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you could tell me... You're those people from earlier, aren't you? What do you want now? Actually, we were hoping to get in touch with a member of the Crimson Wolves named Gale. Could you tell us where we might find him? I'm sorry, but I cannot. Whoever it is you're after, know that the Crimson Wolves are not the type of people to be breaking any laws. Please quit being so suspicious and go back to wherever it is you came from. Notice the guy in the bottom left corner. Well, she was no help. And the guy in the corner is gone. Or not. You people there. What do you want? Is that any way to treat someone trying to help you? You want to know where the Crimson Wolves' hideout is, right? Then listen to this. Who are you? I'm just one of the local merchants here, and one who's been losing business no thanks to these Crimson Wolves. So you have an axe to grind with them and thought you could profit by selling them out. I won't say I dislike them that much, but I noticed you weren't getting anywhere with the villagers and figured I could help you out. What do you think, Frey? Usually a woman asking you what do you think. It's a trap, Frey. I suppose it couldn't hurt to hear him out, and it's not like we know anyone else to... I can read those. I think that's the best, and let's use the money King Augustin gave us before leaving Galzabino. It was given to us for such a time as this. So they were holding out on us, too. How rude. Walter. Yes, Korone? Before I pay you anything, let me warn you, if you are lying, it will not go unpunished. Of course, I understand that. My land, you guys are some of the richest suckers people I've ever met. It's definitely a pleasure doing business with you. We gave you your money, now talk. Now, about the Crimson Wolves, they actually come to the village once each week to sell their goods. In fact, they'll be here bright and early tomorrow to negotiate with their buyers over at the inn. So I'm getting at is, if you intend to find their hideout, you can do it by following them, capturing them, or whatever floats your boat. Tomorrow morning, are you certain about that? I couldn't be more certain. If you're not sure, then I'll hold you to it. Thanks. No, thank you. I hope we can do business again sometime. The inn, huh? Seems they couldn't have picked a better place. You said it, now you can keep a close eye on who comes in and out of there without being suspected of anything. Korone, are you sure it was wise of us to believe that man? I believe so. Besides, being distrustful of everyone will get us nowhere. Well, if we're done talking here, can we get over to the inn and get some grub? I'm starving. Let's head over there now. I can't wait to stuff myself like a little piggy. I can use something to eat myself. So when I was recording this, one of the problems I had was just that the microphone was cutting in and out. So there may be a few parts where some of the background noise will get in, but kind of hoping that for the most part I'm kind of audible. Can I ask you something, big bro? Sure, what's up, Laura? Good, Walter isn't around. If you're wondering about him, he went out to get some training in, and I don't suspect him back for a while. Do you not want him to hear? Pretty much. Anyway, what I wanted to ask you about is, who stands to gain the most from this incident? Gain the most? Entertain me for a minute and set aside any notion of a pair of clones lost control and killed their people. I'm not sure what you're getting at. The anti-clone organizations, you know, those people against having clones in society. I bet the king is no doubt trying to keep all this under wraps, but by now you can bet rumors have spread throughout the entire kingdom. I mean, those who once had positive feelings towards clones may now be afraid of them. And if the number of people who fear clones increases, so will the number of people who want to expel them from society. That's enough, Aura. But I know what you want to say. You think someone connected to Galsbean's government is involved, don't you? Well, we can't rule out the possibility until we know for sure. One thing I will say is we should never doubt our companions or their motives. Typical shonen hero stuff. That's not what I was trying to say, it's just, even if it isn't, that's the way it sounds, and both Krone and Walter are knights in the Galsbean army, and know King Augustine well. Just yell out Nakama already. Once you start doubting people's motives, there's no end to it. That's why it's best we trust our companions and seek the truth together. Nakama! If you really think that's for the best. Let me say thanks though, Aura. I know you're saying this because you're worried about me. Of course I am. You're so nice to everyone. I think it makes you an easy target for others to take advantage of. It's hard to disagree with you about that. For what it's worth, let's try not to be afraid. If Krone and Walter do happen to be involved, we'll know what we have to do when the time comes. Remember, I'm taking you at your word. Anyway, it's getting late and I'm ready for a snooze. See you in the morning, big bro. You too. Hopefully when we find the Crimson Wolf's hideout tomorrow, we'll shed more light on what's going on. We should probably hurry and get inside, Gale. There's supposed to be some heavy rain going on up north, and when the clouds make their way down here, we're looking at a foot of snow. I don't mean to pry or anything, but where's the happy and cheerful Gale we all used to know? Dad's been worried sick about you too. Now, I don't know what's going on in your mind, but don't be a stranger. We're all family here. I'm going to head inside since the chill out here is starting to bite. You come too before you end up getting sick yourself, you hear?
俺はどうすれば。
And we'll find out who the silver-haired guy is in this video.
うるせえな。こっちは大陸が違えんだ。そう簡単に来れるかよ。
Yellow Date Bio.
私の知ったことでは。
あ？
要件は。
That's what the whisker pattern on his face makes me think.
俺を無視して話進めてんじゃねえよ。
あの男だ。あれを使う。
気の弱そうなやつだな。気に食わねえ。
気が弱いからこそ扱いやすい道具になる。計画の実行には有益な存在だ。これまでは静観してきたが、もうその必要はない。このまま現状を放置すれば、その先の未来にあの方の理想郷は存在しない。理想郷の実現のため、これからは先手を取り行動していく。沈黙は皇帝と取る。いくぞ。
So you have to wonder if that's the guy who sold us the information. So we didn't have a voice, we don't actually know if that merchant was a guy. Just point out the coincidence in their costumes. Krone, good morning. Good morning, Frey. Are you up so early to train? I could say the same for you. You don't exactly look like you got enough rest, but here you are too. What are you practicing? Energy? Wasn't that obvious? Fortunately, using it here in the village could cause damage, so I had to head out into the woods for a bit. See, you don't have that problem with those, but I bet it is pretty impressive to see you wielding two knives of that size so effortlessly. I don't know about that. Neither of them is as heavy as a sword to begin with. Would you like to have a try? Is that really okay? I mean, it's not I'm particularly interested or anything, but... Well, great. Here's a perfect opportunity for you. All you do is hold them like this. Like so. How do they feel? Fine, to be honest, and given I am a knight in the Galsbean army... Krone. Just glad you didn't fall on your face. You okay? Yes. What's the matter? Did you twist your ankle? It's just... You're a little close. Close. Sorry about that. I thought you might get hurt. Reacted without thinking. You don't need to apologize. I did overswing the one blade, and... Well, thank you for catching me. It's no trouble at all. Just remember, it's about time for breakfast, and some of the others are still asleep. We should go wake them. Right. Not much longer, and the crimson wolves will be here. Yeah, let's hurry. Frey? So, yeah. They've come. It's gotta be one like the merchant was talking about yesterday. Shall we apprehend him, Korone? That would be a bad idea. If we try to do that here in the village, we'll most likely be met with resistance. Who asked for your opinion? Quiet or they'll hear us. That was a close one. I think the best course of action is to follow them into the mountains and see where their hideout is. I agree with that. If that is your decision, then it is what we will do. Look, there he goes. Alright, it's time we get ourselves up to Katorah Ridge. Let's hurry. So, right here we have to make the trek back. I do a quick sweep for any side quests, but I don't remember finding any at all here. It's possible there could be one after you complete the whole Crimson Wolf mission, but we won't know that until the next video. The topic of the next video I haven't quite recorded yet, so I can't give you all the details. Hopefully I will be able to have that up for Monday. I still have a few things to record over the weekend, and well, it's gonna be one of my few periods of downtime in a while, so hopefully I can get some Infinite Crisis and maybe a League of Legends game or two out for you guys that stick around for that stuff. We didn't lose them. Look, they're going inside. Was there really a door there this whole time? We were tricked. It's no wonder, since they made the door out of the natural rock face. Now why don't we go ourselves? And here I routed up all that dreamstone for nothing. Leave this to me, Korone. Is there still someone outside? Who on earth are... The door is now open. Please enter, Korone. More like forced open, if you ask me. Let's just hope this doesn't get us into a mess later on. It will. I hope so too. So we have yet another quest added. And here we are in the biggest dungeon we've had yet. This is the first place where I encountered the Wandering Crate enemy. I didn't leave in the fight with it, but it gives you an item if you kill it. The thing is, if you kill the other enemies before it, then you don't actually get anything. The fight ends while it's still alive. And here we have the Giga Assassin, so I left this one in because I don't know the skills of the Giga enemies are just yet. And this guy does a lot of damage, as you can see. I don't think I revived Korone, but definitely not someone to be taken too lightly. Shadowblade, luckily he hit one of my tankier guys, so I was able to survive with 5 hit points. And right here I was looking at his hit points to see, can I actually kill him before he murders us? And I had to use double thrust to kind of secure that. And we live to suck another day. See, I don't really see the significant, like, how are they worth that much? They don't give you any, like, noticeable EXP bonus or anything like that. But the biggest of the dungeons yet, there are quite a few things in here, hidden in here as well. Most important of which is an accessory which I'm going to put on Korone, which is going to allow her to pretty much skill spam. I only know of the one so far, but getting another one for either Aina or Aura would be pretty cool. And hopefully you're getting an idea of when I have to go to these healing screens just how much damage the guys here actually do. So we have a chest over there. The cracks were in the bottom part of the wall. We can come over here and we have the Fine Earrings beta. I still don't really know the significance of these accessories, so I'm just kind of playing it by ear. So right here we're actually going to go ahead and equip those. And I wasn't sure who I was going to equip them on. I think I put them on Walter, though. So I was making sure it wasn't a different thing because we had the exchange earrings, but it actually goes in place of the ring. It's not character specific like I was wondering right here, since the weapons are. Definitely means the devs have it in their ability to make it so. Right here I'm trying to find out, just to make sure, what did say earrings, right? And you can see them right there. Energy up to level 25, elementals will not level up when equipped. Still not exactly sure how all these work, but I go ahead and pop it on Walter to just see how it plays out. So we need to continue moving forward. Here's where I encounter a new enemy that actually was a serious pain in the ass. I cut out the healing screen there because it was that bad. Dynamite, something or another found. And there's another enemy type out there. It's a ghost type. You can make it vulnerable. Well, it has sky-high defense while it's transparent. If you cast a spell on it, it will become corporeal. And from there you can actually beat it down with physical attacks, which is why getting that accessory for Crone is that much more helpful. So it's basically like the ghost from Final Fantasy VII. If you're wondering, we'll be coming back to this area for the chest over there. I think I actually pick it up on the end because the random encounters are annoying me a bit. So going back to what I was saying, it's kind of like the ghost in Final Fantasy VII for the train graveyard when you're trying to get back to Sector 7. There are ghosts there that completely turn invisible if you auto-attack them or just basic attack them, and you can cast spells to return them to their normal form. Same thing here, sort of. How much further do you think we have to go, big bro? Just from where we are, I'd say we come about halfway. Halfway? You mean we've still got the same amount of distance to cover? But I'm tired and hungry and cold. You feeble girl, try learning to bear things like that clone friend of yours. Aren't you cold, Aina? Are you okay, Aina? I'm cold. See, she says she's cold too. What a pathetic bunch. Or if you only need your hands warmed, I can help you with that. How? Like this. That's amazing, my hands feel toasty. All you have to do is focus your energy into your hands like so. As long as you're able to maintain your concentration, it should work. It does, thanks, Crone. You're very welcome. What, do you want to try it too, Aina? Would you mind showing Aina too, Crone? I'd be glad to. How's that? Do your hands feel warmer now? I'm glad to know it worked for you too. Now how about you, Frey? Me? I think it might help if you would like. If it's okay with you. Of course it is. This is warm, isn't it? Are the two of you going to keep holding hands? Who? Us. I was just thinking since Frey uses a set of knives, he might need his hands worn more, and... Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and boy did that do the trick. I can feel the blood in my hands flowing much better now. Really? Sounds like a load of crap to me. What about you, Walter? No thank you, I am fine. Are you sure about that? Of course I am. Merely thinking my duty to protect you makes me immune to the effects of the cold. I see, in that case, why don't we continue on? What have I done? I threw my only opportunity to... What's the matter, Aina? Thank you. You're very welcome. Now how about we get going, then? My thoughts exactly. Frey, how dare you take Crone's hands without a second thought? Where'd everybody go? Please wait for me, Crone. So, Walter was left out in the cold, figuratively and literally. And here comes the Papa Bear. Hey, are you alright? What happened here? Dad? That's right, it's me. Now tell me what happened. I'm not sure exactly. Some people with weapons suddenly showed up and... No thanks to my carelessness, they must have gotten inside. I'm sorry, Dad. Don't apologize to me, you dummy. me for a loop. Wasn't exactly sure if it came from... it could be worded better, that's for sure. Maybe it's just the way he speaks and they wanted to keep the translation consistent. Then you've got to hurry and find them. They've got a lot of gold to be busting into our home like this. Laying a hand on any of my boys, that's where I draw the line. So right now we're about halfway through the area with all the scenes included. And if you're wondering, it was actually much longer than this on my side because, well, I cut out all the random fights for you. So you don't have to worry about probably, well, let's see, the video unedited was 90 minutes. And I got it down to around 50, 51 minutes, so yeah, half the thing is already taken out. Here, I'm looking for the cracks, they're right there, so we can go ahead and access this chest. We get energy drinks. We get another fight. And right here, I'm not really sure which way to go. So, another round of healing, and we get to move forward. And here is where the boss encounter is, I think. So we get the HP seeds, which are pretty important. And the bad part is, even after you beat the boss here, the random encounters don't actually go away. So, yeah. There is Gale. There's somebody up ahead. Let's find out who we should be extra careful. I wanted to continue exploring because I knew there was a lot I'd yet to find, and that's why I chose to look back. As for up here, I don't know what the significance of this area is. It doesn't look like there's anything at all up here. I didn't notice anything for like a shortcut to get out of the place. I don't know. Maybe it could be some sort of side quest later on. Who knows? But in the meantime, we get to cut through even more battles. And over here is the green chest. Here you have the energy bangle, and this is the accessory I was telling you about. I put it on Corona, and it's going to pretty much allow her to skill spam. 10% of max EP restored every turn. EP is your source of magic in this game. So with that, she's going to be getting a lot back, and she'll actually net more EP after using certain spells like the heal or the water shot, compared to the light arrow, which costs something like 30 EP. And I noticed the crack in the wall there, so we can loop around, and this one takes you to a pretty out-of-the-way spot. We have to go through a random battle for our trouble. We got some luck drinks. And I was looking to see if there might be more than one treasure chest on the hidden paths, but no. There's somebody up ahead. Let's find out. Okay, after the scene, it's boss time. Who are you? We're the investigative team sent by King Claudius to look into the incident in Katorah. We come here in search of one named Gale. Given that look of surprise on your face, you must be the one we were looking for. But tell us what you know, or else.
Gale!
親父
どうにか間に合ったようだな。
なんだ貴様は。
俺か？俺の名はグランド。放浪団のリーダーでこいつらの親父さ。
放浪団のリーダー。ちょうどいいところに来てくれました。
話だって？
親父。
そうか。最近お前が何かに怯えてたのはこいつらのせいだったってわけだな。安心しろ。お前も他の息子たちも俺が必ず守ってやる。
待ってくれ。まずは話を聞いてくれ。
殴り込んでおきながらよく言う。下にいた奴を殴ったのはお前たちだろ。
そうだ。邪魔だったからな。
Way to go, Walter.
ウォルター。
正直な奴は嫌いじゃねえ。落とし前はきっちりとつけてもらうぜ。
やるしかないのか。
行くぜ。覚悟はできてるんだろうな。受けてみやがれ。
And down goes Frey since I his health before he... So I still don't know what the look down thing does, if it's accuracy or what. But we need to get Frey back up, and sadly I still don't have a heal. So Walter gets the treatment for now. And right here I notice after Walter's turn is going to be the elixirs, the revive item. It's going to be the boss's turn to grant, so I don't want Walter to revive Frey just to have Frey get knocked down again, since I don't really have a lot of elixirs. And I want Katorah on healing duty because she can basically keep getting her EP back. Right here, Aura will be going after Walter, which means I can revive Frey, use her to heal him, and then start going on the offensive against this boss. Looking at the cure, I realize it's just like an Asuna spell. I was hoping it would be the elusive heal all spell. Slash, which is, I can't remember which persona it is that we hit one target multiple times. Was it Hasatobi that was only one? Well, multi-strike and Devil Survivor 2 is all I think. Anyway, let's just get back to the fight at hand. I'm going to use Burn Up to see if I can actually speed this up somewhat. I don't know how effective the buffs are in this game, because it's probably not like Nocturne where they're horribly broken. But I go ahead and have Walter repeat it too, because there's too many swinging at the guy. Aura provides a little bit of support and Crony's on healing duty. When Aura is able to attack, she still has her healing gun on, so I don't have to worry about healing her. It's just as she fights, she will kind of keep herself topped up. Go ahead and put haste on Frey so that I can try to figure out how the buffs work. Are they turn-based, time-based, or something? And you'll see the answer. This one was much more tolerable since we were actually prepared for it. I go ahead and keep the healer topped off because who's your healer? You're in hot water. And not to mention, he does have his airstrike, which will kind of shred you if you don't have good HP. And for some reason I have her use heal here instead of just shooting the guy with heal. A lot of damage, not even 200. He's the tanky guy with above average defense. My other characters, if they're below 250, I think he can kill them with airstrike. Meanwhile, we're hitting him for about 300 a turn with just Walter and Frey. Healing Frey because, like I said, 250 seems to be the kill zone. And when I don't have anything for her to do, I can have her cast an offensive spell like Light. You can see that did 200. The miss was refused by fusion status effect if you're wondering. So right there we got him for an extra 67. Here he pop Berserk, which is going to end the fight. His attack goes up and his defense goes way down. So you saw Light Arrow do 200. That's 400. And that's the end of the fight. Not sold on that whole Berserk status effect. So I picked up some new stuff. I didn't even notice those earrings until now. Dad. Don't you worry about me, Gale. I said I'd protect you and I meant it. Even if it means with my life. I see this brute still has more in him, and the strength of a lion. You need to stop moving or your wounds will only become worse. Just stop this already, Dad. Gale? It's all my fault, everything. These people are in the right coming to arrest me, so please just stop fighting already. Gale, what's going on? I didn't say anything to you or any of the others, but I got mixed up with the wrong people. Loan sharks? Just the same as on that day when I and some other guys went to rob a certain rich man's house in Katorah. That day I teamed up with two thieves from the Midnight Blues and my partner Seeker and broke into the mansion. 9th incident. Looks like we got inside unseen. piece of cake. You said it, this job is gonna be a breeze. This is not the time to be getting careless. This house is anything but small. Who knows how many guards could be in this place? Stop being so antsy, will you? I got this. Now let's hurry and find the valuables. Alright, let's start checking over there. I swear these idiots are going to get us busted. Again, it's not like I can steal down south, but I'm not familiar with this region either. Gale? Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Let's get to searching that room over there. I don't see anything worth taking here. You? Nothing here either. In that case... You know, I'd better check on the others. Once you're done here, come find me. Understood. This is all set up. You fools not realizing this was a trap to catch you makes me laugh. Oh well, what do we have here? One more fool fall on my trap. I'm going to enjoy seeing each of you locked up in prison. Gale. Don't say my name, you idiot. Again, you didn't listen either when I warned you not to be careless. You just shut it already? You take care of these guys, we'll be out of here. That's right, let's use these things we found earlier. Alright, you forgot all about them? What are those things they're talking about? Get up, you piece of junk clones. Master recognized. So you found my unregistered clones, have you? What do you plan to do with them? Alright, clones, take care of Moneybags and his guards. Cannot execute that order. What? What a threat that is. Did you know that after the war, all clones were made not to accept orders to kill? It seemed you were bigger fools than I thought. Who are those criminals? Once. What do we do now? Like I know. Is that you, Seeker? Help us out of this mess. Hurry and use that smoke bomb. Stand back. Worthless clones, we don't want us to kill you yourselves and do what we tell you. What are you doing? Get up and follow your master's orders. Hey, leave them alone. What are you trying to do? Exactly what it looks like. Now kill them all, you good for scrap clones. I said do it, or the next time we'll break some of your bones. What's going on? Those clones aren't going to follow his orders, are they? Hey. Did you see that? They really killed them like I told them to. They died pretty easy, too. Troubles, these aren't half bad. What have you done? Crew up here to get out of this house. Huh? What are you saying? We haven't even had a chance to take anything yet. You can't stay here after what you did. This is an order from your leader. Get out and scatter. Right when things are running good. Better not make it a habit pulling the leader card on us. You hear me, Gale? You gotta go now too, Seeger.
俺が計画を立てなければ命まで奪うつもりなんてなかった。全部俺のせいだ。
This is only one of the many thefts I attempted on the northern continent. Gale, is everything you said here true? Every last bit of it. But if that's the case, that still doesn't explain how the thief was murdered, unless it was after the owner of the mansion murdered. You expect us to believe you knew nothing of it? Not only was the owner and his 2 guards dead, but also this thief. By who? That's what we came to find out. Now, other than this rich guy and his guards, if you know anything about clones killing people, we'd like to hear it. That's just it, I don't. First I heard of that guy trying to pull off the burglary being dead. I couldn't even read all that. Then I hate to hit you with another surprise, but the same thing happened at the Midnight Blues hideout. This time, with the other man responsible for breaking into the mansion with you was killed along with several others. Having said that, do you have any idea what could have caused these clones to lose control in both cases? Same thing happened at the hideout? Thinking back on what they said after the incident at the mansion about using clones for their next job, I really think they stole them. But it makes no sense why they go all berserk and hurt people like that. Regardless, this has got to be all my fault. Had I never suggested the idea to loot the mansion in the first place, nobody would be dead. There's still one other thing I've been meaning to ask. That's if you know anyone by the name of Professor Speranza. Speranza. No, it's not a name I remember hearing before. Sorry, I just don't know anything. Gale, if you've resorted to stealing, does it mean you're somehow unhappy with the life I've tried to provide for you? No, that's not it at all. This place is warm, caring, and the best place kids like me who have lost everything could have asked for. Then why? Because I couldn't stop worrying. Before being taken in by you all those years ago, I stayed alive day by day by stealing from others. I couldn't read all that. But you adopted me and gave me a place to stay. All of that went away. Yet still being unable to save money as a reserve in case something happened made me all the more scared. Gale, you never know what's going to happen in the world these days, and I just didn't want to see everyone here end up the way I did. That's why I tried to secretly find a way to get money. First it was just petty thefts, but then they started gradually getting bigger until I started signing on with the Midnight Blues, and now I'm responsible for several people's deaths. Even if I wasn't the one to kill them, it was my plan that was the cause of it all. Gale.
このバカ野郎がお前はバカ野郎だなんで俺たちに言わなかった家族だろ大切なんだろだったら話せよ不安も悲しみも嬉しいことも楽しいことも全部一緒にみんなで共有するんだろうが
すまねえ親父
Have the two of you finally calmed down? I'm sorry for the trouble I caused coming at you like that earlier. It's already in the past. As for Gale, though, we'd like to take him with us. You're welcome to do as needed. Gale may be family to me, but I can't have him going around breaking the law free of the consequences. We appreciate your understanding. So what do we do now, Big Bro? This takes us right back to where we started. She's right, whether the clone's masters are either the thieves or mansion owner, it really makes no difference. Krone, would you not think the Seeker knows something we do not? He's got a point there. How about you, Gale? What do you know about him? Who asked for your input, Guild Scum? To tell you the truth, I don't know much about his background. We happened to run across each other as I was out and about on the northern continent, and after hitting it off, we started stealing together. Thinking about it now, it was really me who got him involved in the whole stealing business, too. What was I thinking, potentially ruining his life? It's obviously you feel bad for all the things you've done, but it seems to me you didn't really know much about who it was you teamed up with. Which leaves us with one option, that's to find this Seeker and ask him ourselves. Sounds about right to me. Before that, we'll need to inform King Claudius of what we've learned as well as hand Gale over to the Archlight Army. About that, would you mind if I went along with you? I know Gale may be a criminal, but he's still family, and out of parental concern, I'd like to be there for him. Plus, I've no intention of letting him flee. Dad? Of course, seeing as there are monsters out there out and about in these parts, I suppose it'd only be fair if I pull my own weight. You expect us to believe in your so-called goodwill? Do you take us for fools? You think so too, right, Krone? I welcome Gran to come with us. What? Through today's exchange with him, I believe we have come to see his character, and I think as a father figure, he's a wonderful man. I'm glad to see someone notices the sacrifices I make for my boys, and who can argue with the words of a lovely young lady. Compliments will get you nowhere with me. Now how about you, Frey? What's your take? I think having another pair of hands around is never a bad thing, although I can't say I entirely trust him. I do believe he is sincere. And you, Walter? I will do whatever you decide, Krone. However, hear me out, Brigand. If you so much as try to pull a fast one on us, do not think you will survive the day. Well, if that should ever happen, then by all means, do your worst. So, shall we return the same way we came to reach Archlight Castle? It's a good question. Actually, I have a better idea. Why don't we head to the port town of Mevia and charter a ship? Should be quicker. That's where you're headed. Head south from the ridge. Then, Urto checkpoint. Who put you in charge, Brigand? Nobody. My bad there. Anyway, we're all counting on you, leader. Okay. This guild scum, leader? Shall we be going then? Dad. Gale. Boys. I guess you heard everything then, huh? It looks like I'll be away from the mountain for a while, but explain it to the others for me, will you? Will do. Gale? We'll be waiting for you here when you come back. Really? You may have gone off the deep end, but you're still our brother. Pay your debt to society and come back here straight after you hear. Guys, I'm really glad to have you as brothers. So, with the scenes out of the way, we now have to continue looting the place. Don't know what exactly you have to do to change up the battle order though, but that kind of looked like a hint of sorts. So the cracks are right there. That leads us over here though. There's still a chest there. So right here I'm still wondering, can there be a fork in the pathway that leads me to the other one, but I will get that chest on video, so just hold on a second. But otherwise, this video is kind of winding down. You can head over here, grab this one. Hardy fruit, I don't remember what that does exactly. And I don't remember whether or not I actually cut out the trek out of the place. I think I actually left it in because there were some chests I missed. So if we head over here, I was kind of under the impression this was a store, but it's just a guy standing behind a table, not a counter. We need to go over here, we can grab this chest. Looked like mine seeds, but it flashed by a little too quick. And I'm still hesitant to use the seeds, like I might have the full party now if the opening video is to be trusted, but I don't know if people are going to stay or go. I always have the option to just toss all the stuff on Frey, since he'll always be with me. On the other hand, I don't have him casting spells, so mine stuff might be better off on Krone or Aura, I guess. And there's still the issue of one chest we've yet to find. And I did not notice the cracks there for the longest time, but they are there. And you get hardy seeds. So here I actually go over the items so you can see what they all do. Exeter is kind of tempting, but I'd rather save it for a more serious situation. Potion, energy drop. Here I'm searching for the fruit, I think. HP seed. Increases gold at the end of battle, and the other one increases EXP. So with that, we now just need to go back and actually get the chests we passed on the way here. So there are a few spots that need to be checked. I don't remember if there's one or actually just two chests. So let's backtrack a bit. As usual, the fights are cut out, so it's going to be a pretty smooth process. But it looks like there are at least 6 breaks on my video. Now 5. There's one that I pointed out I need to come back to later. Might be this one, yeah. So right here we found indignators, which cures something like idle status. I don't know. Haven't encountered that one yet, but it looks like we're going to be well stocked for when we finally do. And here comes the next battle. And we have another one coming up within 20 seconds. Counter rate is a bit high here for my tastes. And here it comes. There's some sort of chute here. We won't be able to climb up. So apparently there's some sort of way to jump down, I guess. I didn't really look for it, don't really care. And we can see a chest there that we need to get, but we need to find out how to get around to it. Cracks in the wall, and there we go. Light grenades found. Those are pretty handy for the ghost type enemies. And I guess that's your hint that you can cast light arrow on them to really mess them up. Anyway, we are now out of the place. So we are going to go to the fork in the road that's between the town and the checkpoint, and then we're going to stop there. One more fight. No, 2 more. Now 1. And then we can finally try to move move forward, and we're even closer to citizens of Earth than when we started this video. Lucky us. So yeah, next time we'll be heading to the Urto checkpoint. We'll see how the chips fall. The hero might. Thanks for watching.